Welcome to the latest world news. Our first news is about California-based chip manufacturer Nvidia, whose market value has surpassed $3 trillion for the first time. This makes Nvidia the second most valuable company in the world, overtaking Apple. Nvidia's stock price rose by 5.16%, reaching $1,124. With this increase, Nvidia's market value has crossed the $3 trillion mark for the first time. Since the beginning of the year, Nvidia's stock price has increased by more than 146%. The rise in the company's stock is driven by the growing demand for Nvidia's artificial intelligence chips. By the market close, Nvidia reached a market value of $3.11 trillion, surpassing Apple to become the second most valuable company in the world. Although Apple's stock also increased by nearly 1% today, its market value remained at $3.3 trillion. In February, Nvidia surpassed Amazon and later Alphabet to become the third largest company in the world by market value. Our second news story is about a tragic train collision in the Czech Republic. 4 dead, dozens injured. Authorities reported that a passenger train heading to Ukraine, carrying over 300 people, collided with a freight train in the city of Pardubice. The collision resulted in the deaths of 4 people and injuries to at least 26 others. The accident occurred last night in Pardubice, which is part of the main railway corridor from Prague, approximately 60 kilometers west of the town. Local emergency spokesperson Elena Kisiala confirmed to Czech TV that 4 people are seriously injured. Czech television reported that the train was carrying over 300 passengers, most of whom were foreigners. Prime Minister Petr Fiala expressed his condolences on the social media platform X, calling the incident a major disaster. The train was en route to the town of Chop in western Ukraine, near the Slovakian border. An investigation into the accident is ongoing. Our third news story is about US President Joe Biden congratulating Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his victory in the general elections. According to a written statement from the White House, Biden had a phone conversation with Modi. He congratulated Modi and the National Democratic Alliance, NDA, on their election victory and highlighted that approximately 650 million people participated in the elections, demonstrating a significant exercise of democratic rights. During the call, the two leaders discussed enhancing US-India relations. Biden emphasized the importance of continuing to work together on geostrategic issues in the Indo-Pacific region. India's elections. The general elections in India, which spanned approximately 6 weeks and took place in 7 phases, were won by the National Democratic Alliance, NDA, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. Our fourth news story is about German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius, emphasizing the need for Germany to be combat-ready by 2029 during his speech in the federal parliament. In his speech, Pistorius stressed the necessity for financing, equipment, and personnel to achieve combat readiness by 2029. He stated, "In an emergency, we need young men and women who can defend this country." The German minister pointed out that Russia has shifted to a war economy and continues to rearm. He warned, "We should not assume that Russian President Vladimir Putin will stop at Ukraine's borders if he goes that far. Russia poses a threat to Georgia, Moldova, and ultimately NATO. Therefore, we must continue to provide military support to Ukraine. We must not neglect our own defense and operational readiness." Pistorius also urged lawmakers to support the government's plan to significantly increase defense spending for Ukraine. Fifth news, Hunter Biden's gun purchase case. The gun seller, Gordon Cleveland, who testified as a witness in the trial where Hunter Biden, son of President Joe Biden, is accused of purchasing a firearm while under the influence of drugs, confirmed that Biden answered no to the question on the required form asking if he was a drug user. The trial, held at the Delaware District Court, continued with witnesses on the 3rd day. FBI agent Erica Jensen, who answered questions about evidence of drug use obtained from Hunter Biden's laptop and other devices, stated that investigators could not confirm whether Biden actually committed the actions mentioned in his messages. Ex-wife, "I found out he used drugs in 2015. Hunter Biden's ex-wife, Kathleen Buell, testified that she first learned of his drug use in July 2015. She stated, "I found a drug paraphernalia on an ashtray on our home's porch." Buell added, "I would check his car to ensure there were no drugs when my daughters used it." Describing Hunter's behavior at the time, she said, "quick to anger," and tried to hide his drug use from his family and friends. Buell answered no when defense attorney Abby Lowell asked if she had ever seen Hunter Biden using drugs. Ex-girlfriend's testimony. Former girlfriend Zoe Keston testified that she met Hunter Biden in 2017 while working at an entertainment venue. She stated that she saw Hunter ingesting something that looked like drugs and on their second meeting witnessed him using drugs every 20 minutes. According to a report from IHA, Keston confirmed that Hunter Biden used drugs for several days in September 2018. Gun seller's testimony. Gordon Cleveland, who sold a gun to Hunter Biden in October 2018, 2018, also testified. He confirmed that Biden answered no to the question on the required form about drug use and mentioned that he received the payment in cash. Cleveland is expected to continue his testimony in tomorrow's session. Facing 25 years in prison, Hunter Biden, who turned to drugs and alcohol after his brother Beau Biden died of brain cancer in 2015, is accused of purchasing a firearm in Delaware in 2018 while struggling with drug addiction. The charges against him include lying to a federally licensed gun dealer, making false statements while purchasing a firearm, and illegally possessing a firearm for 11 days. The case is significant as it is the first time the son of a sitting U.S. president has faced trial. Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison if convicted. Sixth news. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico addresses nation after assassination attempt. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico, who was severely injured in a shooting on May 15th and underwent 2 surgeries, addressed the nation for the first time via a video on his social media account. Fico mentioned that if everything goes well, he could return to his duties by the end of June or early July. Remarkably, he stated that he has forgiven the person who attempted to assassinate him. Expressing that he harbors no hatred towards his assailant, Fico said, "I will not initiate any legal action or seek compensation. I forgive him and what he did. I leave it to him to resolve why he did it in his own mind." Fico described the profound impact of the attack on his health, stating that he endured significant pain and suffering due to the repeated surgeries. He acknowledged that returning to work in a few weeks would be a small miracle. The Prime Minister also accused the opposition of being responsible for the attack, noting that he had no reason to dismiss the incident as just a madman's assault. Assassination attempt details. The incident occurred in the town of Handlova, approximately 200 kilometers from the capital Bratislava, following a cabinet meeting. Fico was greeting people outside the building when the attack happened. Reports in the national media indicated that the attack was carried out by a 71-year-old left-wing Slovak citizen named Juraj C., who was dissatisfied with the government's policies. Fico, who was hit by multiple bullets, was immediately airlifted to Roosevelt Hospital in Banska Bystrica for urgent treatment. Stay updated with the latest news by turning on notifications and subscribing to our channel. Thank you. Seventh news. Putin's statements on NATO and nuclear weapons. Russian President Vladimir Putin has dismissed claims that Russia intends to attack NATO, labeling such statements as foolishness. Addressing the possibility of using nuclear weapons, Putin emphasized that Russia does not disregard this option if its sovereignty and territorial integrity are threatened. He stated, "If someone's actions threaten our sovereignty and territorial integrity, we believe that using all available means is possible. This should not be taken lightly." Putin made these remarks during a Q&A session with top news agency executives at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, SPIEF, held at the Lata Center. Comments on the Ukraine war. Putin highlighted the need to prevent the Ukraine conflict from escalating into a situation that poses a risk of nuclear war. He noted, "For some reason, Western countries believe that Russia will never use nuclear weapons. We have a nuclear doctrine. If someone's actions threaten our sovereignty and territorial integrity, we believe that using all available means is possible. This should not be taken lightly." Regarding NATO, regarding allegations that Russia plans to attack NATO, Putin responded, "Have you all lost your minds? Who made this up? This is complete nonsense, do you understand?" Views on the Muslim population and the Taliban. Putin expressed no concern over the growing Muslim population in Russia, stating, "We are not against the increase in the Muslim population. On the contrary, we are satisfied with the current situation in the Russian Federation. In some republics with predominantly Muslim populations, the birth rate is very good, and we are very happy." Regarding the Taliban, Putin stressed the need to deal with the reality on the ground and emphasized the importance of developing relations with the Taliban government controlling Afghanistan. Stay informed with the latest updates by turning on notifications and subscribing to our channel. Thank you.